Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of the last section of notes. Again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties we are experiencing with these a little bit. So, this is the second half. If you haven't watched the Bay of Pigs video first, stop this video, go watch that first, then come back. So for our final section, we're talking about JFK's assassination, and was Lee Harvey Oswald the lone shooter? Well, to start off with, JFK's assassination was in Dallas, Texas, in November of 1963. Outside the Texas Book Depository, Lee Harvey Oswald fired 3 shots. Jack Ruby then killed Oswald as he was leaving the police station, as you can see from this picture down here. This is actually the last picture of Kennedy before his death. We also have the Warren Commission report and some conspiracies to talk about today as well. So here's an image of the Texas Book Depository, and then here's a really good, I'll move my little bubble over here, diagram of where everybody was. Now, Oswald would have been up here in the Texas Book Depository, and then this would be the limo. Now, this diagram was made in the late 90s and depicts a lot of the space and kind of helps to determine, was the angle of the bullets that hit Kennedy actually fired from the Texas School Book Depository? And then here is the route as well. The book depository would be up here, and meaning the sniper's nest, and Oswald would have fired from up there. So initially, Oswald fled the scene after that and went back to his boarding house at 1026 Beckley Street, this home right here. Officer Jay Tibbetts stops on the street to talk to Oswald, and then Oswald shoots him 4 times to death to escape so he isn't arrested. He's later captured after he walked 8 blocks to the Texas Theater on Jefferson Boulevard and taken into police custody. Now this is his mugshot, and the cops beat Oswald up after he resisted arrest at the theater. They did a pretty solid number on him. Now, it's important that we talk about, and this is where we kind of shift over to the conspiracy side of things, is who wanted to kill JFK. Now, there are some main groups that we want to talk about. We have Fidel Castro of Cuba. Kennedy wanted to kill him as well as overthrow the communist government. The Mafia. Robert F. Kennedy, JFK's brother, was putting pressure on organized crime as the Attorney General. The FBI. JFK wanted to get rid of J. Edgar Hoover. And there's also a theory that the CIA and the military wanted to get rid of JFK because they did not want to escalate U.S. involvement in Vietnam. JFK wanted us to stay out. We'll talk more about Vietnam in a couple of units, actually. So, some conspiracy questions. Could Oswald have shot 3 times accurately in under 8.3 seconds? I mean, there's possible. Was there another gunman on the grassy knoll? Again, that's a theory. That's probably one of the most popular conspiracy theories. Was Oswald even involved in the assassination, or was he just a patsy? Did Jack Ruby act alone, or was he under orders from the Mafia to dispose of Oswald? Again, that's the gentleman that killed him. Now, actually, there's a gentleman by the name of Connolly who was also injured. He was actually the Texas governor, if I remember correctly, was sitting in front of Kennedy in the car. Could the magic bullet, as so it's called, have injured both Connolly and Kennedy? Because it went through Kennedy, through the front seat, and into Connolly's arm. And our major one, was there a cover-up by the government to keep the identity of the real assassins secret? Again, we don't entirely know. Now, this is Lyndon B. Johnson being sworn in as president just mere hours after JFK was declared dead. His wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, still here, in the exact same outfit that she wore when he died. Literally only hours had gone by. Now, here's a mystery. That outfit is missing. We don't know where it is. You'd think it'd be in a museum somewhere, but we have no idea where that specific pink suit is. Here's some images from JFK's funeral and the original Eternal Flame in Arlington National Cemetery. They eventually did replace it with an electronic one, just to cut back on the natural gas usage. The original Eternal Flame is actually on display in the Museum of Funeral History in Texas, if I remember correctly. And then here's some other images of a lasting image of JFK shortly before his assassination. So that's it for notes for this unit. I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.